So you want to create some more club head speed, but if you work off the golf ball and your lead foot doesn't move at all with it on a cereal box, you're leaving a ton of potential club head speed on the table. Let's find out how we can get you that club head speed. We're going to talk about lateral force in your golf swing. If you're someone that is hard set on making sure that you don't move it all in the golf swing, that lateral motion is a huge power element in the golf swing. Lateral force in the golf swing, that's force towards the target and then away from the target. Imagine if I was to keep this club in front of me and I was to pull it in front of me. In order for me to pull this club, I would push this way. I don't know if you ever had maybe tug-of-war, right? You're pulling this way, and to pull this way, you're gonna push that way. And as we change directions, I'm pulling. At some point, now I wanna go the other way. I wanna feel like I'm pushing this way. And as I push that way, that drags the club back in front of me. So that would be lateral this way. I'm pushing to the ground, pull the club this way. And then as it gets near the top of my backswing, I want to feel like I'm pulling it back that way. Now, again, when you need those forces, it might be different, but this is lateral force. Lateral force is needed to generate early hand speed, early club head speed, so that we can store all that energy and then move it into the transitional phases. Too many golfers are not using the ground, especially not using laterals early enough in your swing. What you're looking for is you want to move that pressure earlier in your swing than most people do. People are going to chime in right away, and if you feel free, you'll throw it in the comments. Oh yeah, but then you're going to sway. Well, we want some amount of sway. Right now, the average tour amount with driver of sway is 1 inch. And one golfer that comes to mind that has a ton of lateral force that they're putting in early into the swings, one, you're going to see it in long drive hitters. And then the other ones is you're going to see some that come to mind would be Matt Wolff. Matt Wolff has that little twitch towards the target. And so that's him putting a ton of pressure into the ground this way so that he can work back that way. If you imagine if he was on that card and he did that, so he's in his little pre-shot, he's gonna waggle, boom, you can see how the card would slip out. He's putting force into this way to then drive himself back that way. Grab the card, make some swings. Again, it's just like we're pushing out, then we get rid of it, move it out of the way. That's what we're looking for, to get lateral force early into the backswing, into your swing. And then we go into the trail foot. In the trail foot, basically what we wanna do is we're gonna do the opposing force. So first we have force this way, that pushes me that way. So that I don't sway too much, I need to start applying lateral force this way. With the card on there, however, I don't have enough friction, so I slide that way. That's what we would see into the backswing. In the backswing, we should see this action. You should be putting force this way. And again, the second that you feel like you're going that way, you need to be going this way. You need to apply that force. Now, of course, in the golf swing, in the actual swing, we're gonna apply some amount of torque and twist into that. So the trail foot should actually look something like this as you work off the golf ball. That's because I'm pushing out this way, and then I'm gonna twist my foot into the ground. Get rid of the card, and now we're gonna see that action. And what ends up happening is we make this nice, beautiful, powerful pivot. And you've never had a better pivot than when you use the ground to create that coil. And it creates more energy into my system that I can get out to the club as I work back down into the golf ball. This is what we need to do with the trail leg in your swing. Now, practice at home, then bring your card out to range, grab on it, give a couple feels this way, a couple feels into that, then we're gonna hit some shots. At the beginning, I'd be more worried about, hey, am I really feeling the ground? Am I getting that into the ground? Is it getting up into my coil system? Hit a couple shots. Where the ball goes right now, not really irrelevant. You're really trying to feel those forces through that ground. Then, as you get more comfortable, yeah, we're gonna hit some good golf shots, but you're gonna increase your club head speed so you can hit the ball further, closer to the hole, everything you're after. Now, there are two other forces that contribute to increasing your club head speed. And which one that you need / you might need more can be different. So we're gonna cover those two in another video. We're gonna cover torque and we're gonna cover verticals. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. And if you wanna watch those videos, please subscribe because they'll come out for you. And then, of course, if you need one-on-one coaching, please find me on the Skills app. I'd love to help you out. Otherwise, I hope these help lower your scores.